Just a little disclaimer quickly. If you have any pain or any issues, make sure you go to a medical professional doctor because they are there to help you be the best you can. Also, this is not just for boys, it can be for girls too, so follow along and I'll see you there. Hi, my name is James and welcome to Ballet Express. Today we are going to do a little bit of a general strengthening thing that you can use whether you're a ballet dancer, new to doing ballet, and it's just a good thing to keep your body moving during this time of crisis. You don't need a lot of space, but we're going to be going over some basic tips to just keep a strong and healthy body. First thing you'll need is a TheraBand. So you have different strengths of TheraBands: green, yellow, pink and red. They will generally be on the lighter side of TheraBands. Then you have blue, purple and black. Now black is really intense. It is like very strong, almost like a tire. But you can pick one of these up easily from any shop, online, find it anywhere. They're relatively cheap. So this is what I like to do personally. It is not a scientifically proven method, but something that I find helps me before I dance, just to keep my body healthy and strong. If anyone has a skipping rope at home or anything like that, I would advise going to go get it and skip for about 5 minutes or so, but maybe skip outside so we don't break any of the valuables in the house. I also think that getting a shoe, like any kind of trainer runner shoe with a thick sole at the bottom, let me just come up really close. A thick sole at the bottom is very important because we don't know what kind of floor you're going to be working on. So when you jump and land, it'll take the shock and absorb most of the impact. Okay, so skip, get warm, do that 5 minutes. Make sure you raise your body temperature by at least 1 degree so you're sweating a little bit, and then come back to this video. So hit a pause. Once we're back, after you're nice and warm, let's get started. It's going to be very simple. We are going to start a general mobilizing of each of our regions of our body. So it's going to be our shoulders, making sure that we're rolling our shoulders really nice. You can do it inwards, outwards, individually if you feel the need. You know, taking it into your elbows, taking it into your arms, doing different ways on how to do it. You can either contract, you can extend and reach using a hyperextension in your back. Coming back, you can move your head from side to side. You can turn your head. You can roll your head all the way around. And coming back. You can even start with the spine. And rolling back up. And going down. And rolling back up. It's very good to mobilize our ankles, our knees, and our hips. So for ankles, I generally, in ballet, just roll out my foot inwards and outwards to kind of give it a general mobility. From the beginning. Then I'll do the other one. Then with the knees, I kind of hug myself in and extend it out. And hug myself in and extend it out. Then with my hips, I rotate my leg inwards using my arm to facilitate the motion inwards and outwards. And if you're extremely flexible, you can even do it all the way down and coming up and pulling it up right into your chest and putting it back, doing it the other way and getting the other one. Okay, so for some general stretches, we just want to do some tricep stretching on both sides. You would like to reach up all the way to the top Once you're there, do a side bend and coming up, and a side bend, coming up. You can even go to a surface or a wall or something and get a biceps slash right into your pectoral muscle stretch. Not for too long because we're trying to build strength and not get our muscles too weak. Okay, just a quick quadricep stretch. It's always good to do. Fine. Then a really quick just hamstring. If you feel like doing it on a table, on a chair, even on the floor, it's really good. If you're looking for more detailed stretching, check the last video from Jessica, because that's all about stretching oriented things. But for me as a man in ballet, we generally lift the female, so we have to be slightly more stronger in our muscles. Male and female dancers have to have different strengths. So for us, it's more about being able to lift them and doing big jumps and stuff. So we have to be really, really active and really activate those fast twitch muscle fibers. So we're going to start off by strengthening our shoulders and upper body. Really simple. You get the TheraBand, take it, make sure that it's in half, a little bit out, and you are going to step onto it. Now, very important to keep a parallel line with your feet, and as you lift the TheraBand, you go up in a nice position, and then you rotate to go out. So we don't want to see any funny business like this, because it can cause problems. It's very important also to remember that the alignment of your body is very important. So going from your ear down to your shoulder to your hips to the middle of your foot is very important. And to just remain on a nice, gentle demi-plie. Okay, we're just going to do 12 reps. You're going to push up from where your shoulders are all the way up as high as you can go, and coming down. And coming down. If you feel the need, you can do 3 sets of 12, but for time purposes, I'm going to be moving on so we can get all of this done in a decent period of time. We've done our shoulders, and we are now going to move on to our arms. And so for our biceps, which is this muscle here, we're going to do exactly the same technique. If you're feeling your band is too weak, you can actually take it, put it together, and utilize one section of it if you need to make it slightly stronger. But for the purposes of this video, we're going to use the lighter setting. Okay, so just like you would do a normal bicep curl, you're going to have good alignment, good posture, a nice gentle bend. You're going to grab onto the TheraBand and you're going to pull up, making sure that your arms don't move forward or back, that they stay exactly the same, and you're isolating your biceps. We're just going to do 12, and I think I'm on 6 now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, moving on to our triceps. What we're going to do is take it, move it onto our other arm, pull it all the way up and hold. And then we're going to do another 12 reps. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Now we're going to go on to the other side. Again, you can adjust the strength of the band to however you like, and also with a different band if you need. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Now that we've done that, we've done our arms, a little bit of our shoulders, we are going to move on to our back. And with our back, we're going to need a door. Very simple. You tie your TheraBand to a doorknob or something that's extremely stable so that it doesn't break. And you are going to give a big V shape with your legs. You're going to take your arm out and you're going to do this action, which is bringing your elbow in and then rotating your body while you push your arm straight, and then coming back and going back. And elbow in, rotating out and back and go back. Okay, now that we have that action, we are going to add a bend with our leg at the same time. So as we do this, 1 and come up. So using the same coordination to get that power. Making sure that our shoulders are in a good alignment and our knees are definitely over our toes. That's one of the most important things. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now we're just going to switch over to the other side. You're going to see my behind. Sorry about that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now using that same TheraBand, what we're going to do is we are going to put it into our other arm, keep it in that nice parallel position. We are going to rotate outwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's very important to remember the alignment of your arm needs to be straight down. We don't want to come out, go behind us, because then your shoulder rotates inwards or outwards and it can cause issues and problems. So let's do that with the other arm. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exactly same thing, but using our arm coming inwards. So we start from our nice 90-degree angle, and we're going to be coming inwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And the other arm. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have done shoulders, we've done biceps, triceps, and because we're gripping the band, we've been using the muscles in our forearm and controlling our wrist. So we need to make sure that our wrist, when we do it, when you hold the band, it needs to remain completely straight and doesn't twist in any way, because that can cause some problems in your wrist. Oh yes, we've also done our back, and so now we've done a little bit of our pecs, but now, as always, we do push-ups. You can start off push-ups really slow if you want to, on the wall. You do different stages depending on how strong you are or where you are. You start at the wall, move on to a bench, and then go onto the floor, and then eventually into a handstand. So I'm going to demonstrate quickly just the one at the wall. When you go into the wall, you put your hands exactly in line with your shoulders, making sure that your shoulders are not too far forward or too far back. Making sure that we are having a nice alignment with our shoulders pulled down. All you do is you put your hands on the wall, you take a little step backwards, and then you do your push-up. And coming up. So that's the demonstration for the wall. With the bench or tabletop or whatever height that you want to do, you can hold onto it. I generally like to put my palm, because your palm is, the pressure that goes here is going to go straight through your bones, and if you put it here, it could bend your wrist and you could hurt your wrist. Make sure that you put our palms on whatever surface we are, keep it nice straight back with the same alignment, and then we do our push-up. Yeah, but we're going to do them on the ground. When you first go to the ground, you can do your push-ups with your knees on the floor. So when you do your push-up, you can keep your knees on the floor and do a nice push-up. If you're starting out, or if you are a lady, you can do that. But we're going to do it generally straight back, feet behind us, toes on the ground, like so, and arms in line with our shoulders, and we go down. And that's push-ups. So now we've done here, we're going to move on to our stomach. So we're going to do something I call supersets. Our supersets are 3 exercises mixed in to one. One's going to be a basic Pilates sit-up. The next one is going to be a Australian Army sit-up. And the third one is going to be bicycle with a slight twist. And we start. Both feet on the floor, in alignment with your knees. Which is in alignment with your hips. Coming back on the floor, you want to keep a neutral spine so that we don't have any arching and we don't have any tucking. It's very important to keep your neutral spine, because that's how we dance, that's how we walk, that's how we live our everyday lives. Put your hands behind your head. They are taking the weight of your head. You don't want to pull with your arms. You want to use your stomach to pull yourself up. So when you breathe out, you're going to use your muscles of your stomach to bring your ribs inwards. Think of it bringing inwards towards your pelvic floor. Okay, so breathe in and breathe out and do it as we go up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, holding that, we are going to take our arms and put them on top of our knees and using just our stomach, not our legs, and we're going to go up to where our wrists come past our knees. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Straight away into, take your hands behind your head so your neck can relax a little bit, but keeping activation in your stomach and your back. Lift your legs up to a nice 90-degree angle. Then you can take one out and then the other one. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hold 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hold 1. And coming down. Now that, I'll generally do 3 sets of instant close the door. We have a ghost door for some reason. Right there, it just opens by itself. I don't know why. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our hips. We're going to do very, very basic lunges onto our leg, hands on hips, sorry. Take a really big step out. And as you lunge out, we want our knee to remain at a nice angle as you go down. You don't want to come over your toes because that will impact your tendon quite badly. So keeping a nice straight alignment with your posture. We're going to do one big lunge out and we're going to step back. Then, because we've worked that, we're going to do a couple of squats. So, squat, very important, again, to keep a nice distance apart, maybe shoulder width or slightly further, depending on how far you can bend. You're going to go down, and as you go down, you're going to take your arms out to counterbalance you. Now again, making sure our knees stay over our toes and then we don't go this way. Then we stay, our hips need to go as low to the floor as possible. And we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, lovely. So that was a good gluteus workout. Then we're going to move on to our ankles. Our ankles are important. We do calf rises. We're going to rise up in 2 different ways. The first one is going to be slow, and the second way is going to be fast. Because in ballet, we use both slow pliés and we're landing from jumps, and we use fast explosive stuff for jumps. We need to make sure when we do a rise on our one leg that we rise in a good alignment from our toes, hips, knees to your hip. So when you're rising, it's all going to be in one line and coming down. So you don't want to see you going out with your little toe, your big toe. It's going to cause injury, trust me. Okay, here we go. And 1, and 5, lower 6, lower 7, and 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And another leg. And 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then, both feet on the ground. We're going to do them slightly faster. We're going to go. Both legs again. Nice alignment. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now hold that position because this is reflective of a releve in ballet, where you go up onto your toes and then lower down. So that was fast reflecting releve, your pirouettes, soutenu, all of that stuff will utilize that action. Okay, now that we've done that, that's just a basic setup for before I do class or anything like that. But now we're going to get into some tips and tricks for how to maintain a good balance for pirouettes and maybe also keep that dynamicism for jumps and explosive power. So for pirouettes, we need a good balance. One of the best things you can do is to get one of these like foam mats. These are very, very good. They're squishy like this. If you don't have one of these, you can use a pillow. And you can fold the pillow up and do exactly the same thing on your pillow. You are going to stand and balance. You're just going to lift your one leg and you're going to balance, maintaining your same alignment. Now you need to try balance for as long as you can. I understand you'll get burning pain in your calves, in the backs of your legs, in your bum, things like that. It can be extremely, extremely painful, but you need to try and hold on as long as you can. Then, if you've kind of got a grasp of that, you can actually start using a fondu or a bend your leg on this mat. So that will be just bending your leg and coming back out. And bending your leg and coming up. Bending your leg and coming up. And you see how I'm taking my leg in different directions as well? I'm going forward and up. It's kind of like counterbalancing me in a way. And also working the strength to move while you do different exercises. Okay, so let's just do that on the other side. You're going to balance and hold as much as you can until you need a break. Once you have your break, then you do your bend. And 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 bend. This is really good as well for hip alignments, any issues you have. Try and just do a gentle bend and up and down and up, and you can start off small and eventually do as many reps and sets as you want. But we are going to put our shoes back on and getting back into some of the tips that you can use for jumping. Now, using a skipping rope and stuff like that, you can kind of do a small movement while you're jumping up and down, but sometimes we need to use one leg when we jump. So, a general thing I like to do, which is very, very good and helpful, is do 8 jumps in parallel and then do 8 jumps on one leg, coming back and then doing the other side. When you're jumping on the one leg, making sure to keep that same alignment. Okay, so hands on hips, make sure when you're jumping, you're not going back and forward like this. Because then what you're doing is working different muscles. And yes, we use all of our muscles in our body, but we want to try and isolate our legs. Okay, so we're just going to jump 8, Now jump onto one leg. And both legs. And other leg. And you can repeat that as many times as you want. Moving on from our squats from before, you are going to take a very, very deep squat-like lunge. Now when you do this, you're going to take your arms behind you, because when you jump, you're going to use your arms to jump as high as you can go. And we are going to do 6 really big jumps. This is explosive dynamic power. So you're going to bend as low as you can, then jump as high as you can, and landing through your feet. You're going to go as low as you can and stand back up. And you're going to bend, jump as high as you can, lower and stand up. Making sure you have the control when you lower. And up, down, up, and up, down, up, and up, down, up, 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 and up, down, up. 3 sets should be good, but if you want to take it slightly further, you can do it off a step, where you're standing on the step, and you have a step in your house, and you step off the step, you land, jump, and land. Those are my basic exercises that I do every day. If I can't do them every day, I try at least do them 4 times a week, just to maintain a good strength to keep going for ballet. Hope you enjoyed my little exercise regime. Tune in to our next Ballet Express, where Jess and myself will be taking you through a nice little foot routine. We'll see you then. Bye.